Hello everyone, and welcome to the Plant Science Research and Education Unit in Citra, Florida. My name is Marcelo Wallau. I'm the Forage Extension Specialist for UF-IFAS.
Good morning, my name is Esteban Rios. I am the forage breeder for in the Agronomy Department at UF-IFAS.
And we're here today to talk a little bit about experimental design and how to put field trials.
Yes, so we are here standing in a Bermuda grass experiment that was established in 2015. This is a randomized complete block design, and then the treatment design is basically a split plot where we have, as a whole plot, we have 4 different fertilizer rates for nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus. And then the subplot are Bermuda grass varieties or Bermuda grass selections that we are breeding in our breeding program.
So, Esteban, when we're thinking about the design of this trial here, what are we taking into considerations to lay out the plots and those subplots you mentioned?
Well, we can see that the area here is not very homogeneous in the first place. There is a slight slope going east to west and also some slope going north to south. So that's why we decided doing a randomized complete block design. But then the shape of these blocks are not necessarily rectangular, so they are a little bit more square, so we can accommodate the slope going into both directions. So that is the first message, I guess, in terms of laying out the experimental design. So again, the blocks are a little bit more square, so we can accommodate for the slope going both directions. And then in terms of the treatment, we can see that we have large alleyways here because we want to separate particularly the fertilizer treatments. So all this set of plants here, the 10 plots, are receiving one fertilizer rate, and then behind me here there is another set of the same 10 varieties that are receiving another fertilizer rate. So the separation here in terms of the alleyway between the whole plots is very important. Now, Bermuda grass is a perennial crop, and it grows very actively, particularly during summer, and produces a lot of tops or stolons. So having the alleyways or a good separation in the alleyways also avoid contamination between one plot to the next. And adding to that, because it's a perennial crop, we harvest these plots multiple times during the year. So we harvest between 6 or 7 times. So that means that we also have repeated measures within this experimental design.
Okay, so let's just recap here. If we're thinking about putting this field experiment, the first thing we need to see is what's the lay of the land. So we need to think about the slope and other differences in soil characteristics, in fertilization levels that could have in the soil, and especially past crops also. And we'll see more examples of that later. What was cultivated before this experiment we put. Another important thing is what type of machinery you have, because as Dr. Rios said, this here has to be, the Bermuda grass plots have to be mowed and also herbicided frequently so we can control the expansion to other plots. So you need to account for what type of machinery you have to make it easy on the plot maintenance as well, not only on the planting but also on the plot maintenance.